We are so excited to have our special guest.
I'm so excited to be
She is the queen of the
here.
queen.
Not the
The
queen.
pop-up shop queen. Like you
Mm.
have came, conquered, slaughtered the pop-up industry shop.
Yeah.
You can go teach lessons.
Yeah, that's probably coming next.
Yeah, you should go teach lessons on how to be successful to start a pop-up shop in the pandemic. And once the pandemic is over,
They'll do it.
The post-demic, right?
Right.
To expand from 20 to almost 350 plus.
Right. Isn't that wild? That's so wild. I mean,
in 3 years. 3 years. 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Oh,
It's so wild. I still think about it, and it's really, it's amazing.
You have a story, man. Like you have a story that you must share with people to really get the testimony for people to not give up.
Yeah.
Upper Ground family, Julie!
I love being here. I just love being here. I am so proud of you.
Oh, man.
I just love being here. I'm so glad. I love being here. I love when you invite me to come on. I love just being here and just chatting with you because it's like chatting with the old girlfriend.
This, like I told you and Adriana, you guys have such a sweet spirit. Aww. Anytime she texts me like, hey, are we got it? I'm like, girl, you know about 2 people around to make sure you guys give an opportunity to share your story because I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and whenever we have our meetings, it's always we gotta get on here, call her, talk to her. You're like right there on that list. You are high on that list. Make sure we get on there because you're like one of the partners, the silent partners.
And I don't mind it because I know it takes a village, right? It takes a village to build something. And just as iron sharpens iron, you guys make me better.
Yeah.
We help each other.
We help each other.
And if I know something and I can find it, I'm texting you and Adrian.
Right.
Because I want to share the knowledge and wealth so we can all sit at the table and eat.
And that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here. We're really here, not so much for ourselves as much as we are because we are community people.
Yes.
If you're not a community person, you can't do this.
No.
It has to mean your intentions have to be in the right place. If you are not for the people, like Morgan and Morgan, we're in the wrong business. Because that's really what it is. It's the passion for people.
Absolutely. And being a good steward over people.
Yes.
The people you can talk to people and have the network with people, but still not be a good steward over those relationships.
You're right.
And you are the queen of stewarding over. I mean, you have current pop-up vendors that keeps coming back.
That keep coming back.
And will not go to any other place. They're like,
where are you at?
I see the communication. Right. That be on go.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Waiting for you guys to do your pop-up shop host. Yeah. They are ready to connect. And I think that's amazing that you guys have a safe space.
We do.
People can land. And your quote, what's your quote?
We learn together, we grow together, we win together.
Absolutely.
See? That's all community. That's all community. Because we're never too high up to learn, right? We're never closed to learning. We're not closed to growing and getting better because everybody can do that and benefit from that. Yeah. And then, at the end of the day, you win. That means I win. So, we do it all together, really.
That is such an amazing, amazing mantra to have. Yeah. And I literally see you guys walking in that.
Yeah.
Like you care. Like I said, I've never seen so so many tips, especially as it gears up towards the event. What is the event?
Right. Get ready. It's August 19th. It's what? Today is the 8th, so we're 11 days away. 10-day countdown starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're excited. We are so excited. We took a little sabbatical, June and July. We were off. So August, we're back. The next one after that's going to be October. The date is tentative. It'll be either the first or the third week. We're still working through those kinks, but yeah, so we, generally we've been operating April through October. So hosting pop-ups for 8 months out of the 12. But because we've grown so much, when we sit down and talk about it, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of course correcting. There's a lot of growing. There's a lot of patience. Things happen on the back end that we have to make sure that we stay the same, right? And then implement what needs to be implemented. Absolutely. So in doing so, we realize that every month is a lot to do it every month. So moving forward, starting next year, we'll do April, June, August, October. So we're going to do every 2 months so that the essence and the quality of it stays exactly the same without losing who we are, at the core. So yeah, so August, and then the last one's going to be October. And then we're Adriana last year was doing some virtual pop-ups, so we're probably going to continue to dibble and dabble with that. She'll probably be spearheading that because she's the guru of doing all those things, social media, online. Hence is why she's the marketing manager, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That is her gift, and you gotta embrace people for what they do and what they do well, right? Because if it's not what you do, you gotta hand it off to somebody else. So
absolutely,
right. So those are the things that as you grow, and our growth was pretty fast. So as you grow, you have to embrace. Yeah, it was huge. It went last year. Our last one was 80, and then our first one in April was 326.
Yes.
So that's 82 to 326. That's big. And then the one in August right now we're at 130. Yeah, that's a lot.
You said I just want to just address the fact you said you went from 80 to 126, and you made it look like it was such a milestone.
Right. Well, here's the thing.
That was huge.
I was here. That was huge. That was very huge. That has been our biggest one thus far. And then May, we had the one following immediately after. It was 120 something, maybe 130. Right now we're on 130. We'll probably end at 150, 160. And it's funny because after having that huge 300 one, I was like, okay, 100 is not, it's still a success, right? Yes. And you know how you were always saying, celebrate your wins. Well, at the end of the day, we are still Gwinnett's largest. I'm just going to say that. So 300 is largest, absolutely, right? But 150, my daughter had to remind me, like, Ma, 130 is a lot. That's still a lot. So we haven't made it to that big 300 mark. That was our breakout this year. So I'm just saying our breakout next year in April is going to be 400. But at the end of the day, it's still a win. And we still have the ability to gather all these small businesses and hobbyists from all over. Like we're getting people from out of state. We're getting people from northern counties, southern counties. So we are reaching quite a few people as we go through this journey. So that's a big win.
Yes. Yeah. And I was about to, I'm so glad you caught that you were saying about the reduce in numbers. Like, oh, it's that is a win. You guys listen.
It's a win.
You have already said and stated when I first met you, your ultimate goal was to become Gwinnett County greatest.
Mm-hmm.
You are wearing the crown.
Yeah.
Heavy is the head who wears the crown, my friend.
You're right.
You are wearing that crown. You are wearing it, and even your counterparts, they're helping you hold that.
Oh, yeah.
All of your team. Oh, they're helping you hold that.
Listen, there is no way I can do this alone.
Absolutely.
There is no way. We actually have a new team member.
Okay,
girl. So we have a new team remember Tessa. Her name is
Okay.
Tessa.
Okay.
Tessa works in the background.
Okay.
Tessa does all those operational things in the background, the emails, the CRM marketing. She makes the phone calls. Tessa is and you know, and sometimes you just have to realize that you can't do it all, right? So when we were 20 and 40, it was, you know, when we were 20 and 40, we can do it, you know, but once you start getting bigger, you start having to analyze that, you know what, you need a team, and you need a team of good people. And good people means the same vision, the same ethical backgrounds, the same integrity, and that understand your vision and ride with you. So I am fortunate to have those.
Blessed beyond measure. You are blessed beyond measure, because like I said, when I came the first time, I think it was in October. I think it was
last year.
You
were impressed. You were like,
I was like, because you know, when you think of, let's just be realistic. When you think of a pop-up shop, you just like, it's gonna
15, 20.
It's not gonna be a lot of vendors there, and they're not gonna have a lot of good stuff. It's just gonna be stuff they got off Etsy or something that you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the places that you've been, you know, and that's sad that we have that mindset. But when I came to, when you guys were at New Mercies, honey, that parking lot was full.
Right. And you know, and it's a different vibe. You know, we don't want to be like every other pop-up. You're not. Right? I'm not trying to compete, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm not trying to compete with Ryan Cameron and the Car and Bike Show. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to compete with, you know, T-Pain or that's not who we are, right? And that's fine, because there's room for everybody. So no judgment. It's just, you know, when you come to our pop-up, it is really because these are people that have a business, that are genuinely doing what they need to do, whether it's a side hustle or it's their first time full-time gig, right? So and I want it to be like a family friendly. You come and it's clean, it's not disorderly. You know, and you get the feeling like I can walk around here all day and talk, and even the vendors are wonderful people.
And then when I really, so that was my first experience seeing you guys, and I saw you, all of you and Adriana in your element, and you were just like glowing, even though you were tired. It was like you had this major synergy inside. You were just like
going.
You know, go. It was just crazy to me, right? But then when I went to the one in April, it like went up to like 10 levels.
It was
so huge.
It was big. It was huge.
That I couldn't even walk around all the vendors. It was just so.
I mean, and that's our goal. Our goal is to. So while every vendor contacts me directly, every business owner contacts me directly, whether we're texting or talking on the phone or emailing, you know, my goal is to ultimately meet Tina. You know, I've talked to Tina on text. I want to meet her when I get there. So I don't know what she looks like. I don't even, at the day of the pop-up, I may not even remember what she sells. But when she tells me her name, I'm going to remember her name, right? And so then it immediately sparks that. So we really try to get around to all the vendors. We're not the host that just, you know, give me your money and show up and pop a squat wherever.
That is not
do you? No.
That is definitely
we engage.
Definitely not you.
We engage.
You are so engaged that I was seeing the sweat popping off you. I was like, you need to have a seat. But you were so energized that you couldn't even sit down.
We're wired. But the energy comes from the business owners too, right? They come up to us and they're like, oh my God, it was so nice to meet you. Or, you know, they're excited, or we pass by their tent and they're busy with customers and we're like, oh my gosh, that's so good. We'll leave you. We'll see you later. Or Adriana's doing a live, or my daughter is with the kids and she's in the kids area engaging with the kids, you know, so there's a lot of energy just in the event itself. DJ is going, right? So there's just there's just a lot of buzzing, and then there's customers, and then we try to engage with the customers too, like, hey, what brings you out? And so it becomes a fun-filled day. So leading up to the day, it's a lot of stress, right? Because there's a lot of moving parts.
Absolutely.
So leading up to it, up until that 10 o'clock, and finally, and not even at 10, but even into 12 o'clock, we're still like making sure everything is right. And then we kind of try to do a little woosah, and that's when the relationship building kicks in. So that's the second part. So we just finished the setup and everything, right? So now doing the lives, walking around, and even shopping, because we shop. We shop.
Yes.
Because there's some good stuff there.
There is.
I mean, there's lots and lots of good things that you will never find anywhere else. Things that are made with love and quality, whether it's a soap or a candle or a crocheted item, or a piece of resin art. I mean, canvas art. I mean, we have artists that are just phenomenal at what they do. So, so you'll find some really good pieces if you take the time. And really, our event is big enough that you can pretty much spend the whole day there.
You literally, oh my gosh, speaking of the eating, oh my god, the food is absolutely,
it's great. I know. So the addition this month that we have happening is going to be food trucks. So we are now going to have food trucks. So that's different, and that's new for us. So we're excited. We're excited on that piece. And and sometimes with growth, you have some growing pains. So where we operated locally at the smaller level, we had a lot of food vendors, a lot of dessert vendors. Never had anyone get sick. So that's my disclaimer. I had never at any point had one complaint about food or illness or something not good or smelled bad or bad handling. Never happened. I promise you it never happened. But now that we're so big, now we have the health, they've been notified. So the health department called me directly.
Oh my God.
Friday. Hey, so I know August 19th. Now we're going to be there. And I said, great, come on by and shop and take a look at the vendors. So, sometimes it happens that, I don't want to say that there's a hater out there and somebody's calling and reporting us. I don't know, but I just know that nothing's ever happened. And it's unfortunate because those people that have been with me for 3 years now have a requirement that perhaps they cannot meet.
Absolutely.
And so because I'm for the people and because I like my barbecue guy, for example, or my hamburger or my fish guy, whatever, they were there, they were working hard, they were doing it right. People were loving their food. And I don't see anything wrong with somebody trying to make a good buck.
So this is my thing. I knew it was coming, right?
Right. We all did.
Because the elevation, right? When you elevate, you at a different level. Everybody's all eyes are on you, right?
Right.
So when you get to that place of elevation, it happens. And the thing is, the great part about it is preparation, right?
Right.
You, even though, like, hey, I like you, Billy, but let's see how we can help you.
Right. And that's what we're doing.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see, because you have a great product. This is unfair, unfortunately. Right. Let's see who we can talk to, pull together to help you so you can meet those criteria and be able to
join us.
Sell your food, show whatever you have, and everybody be in compliance.
Exactly. That's the goal. That's the goal. I mean, and I want to be in compliance. Absolutely. And it's funny because I say it all the time. You don't know what you don't know, right?
Absolutely.
So at the time, really, all that time, I'm going to be honest and tell you, we were not in compliance, but I didn't know. Absolutely. So if I knew that I was in compliance and didn't do it, now I'm operating false, right? Absolutely. And that wasn't the case. Like I literally, you can ask people. I have text messages where people message me like, "Do I need a license?" And I'm like, "No, girl, come on in." Absolutely. And I really did not know because I would have never put anybody in that situation. 100%. So now that I know, Now it's like, don't you dare, because I don't want you to get shut down. That's embarrassing to you, embarrassing to me. Like, I don't want that to happen to anybody. So now what we're doing is trying to coach people with the little bit we know. Like, it's not our wheelhouse, but the little bit we know about requirements from Gwinnett, and we direct them, you know, this is our go-to person. And we direct people so that they can, you know, continue to join us and continue to be in our journey. Because I value those long relationships. I genuinely do.
Absolutely.
And then on the flip side, it's not that I don't value food trucks or licensed food people, because I don't want to do something that's going to take from somebody else. But I just don't believe that that's the case, right? So, I mean, so fortunately, we have gotten some food trucks, so we're gonna, you know, have a good representation of food. But my goal is to get everybody skilled up and licensed up, so we can be back to having the crowd that we had before with our food vendors and our, you know, oldies but goodies, and including food trucks. So I'm willing to do both. I'm loving it.
The good thing about it, though, and this is a blessing in this situation, because you guys leveled up so fast. It was hard for you to grab everything. You know,
right.
I mean, you guys leveled up like 300%. Like, that's a lot. And you know, so and like I said, and leveled up, things slip through the cracks. That's happened because you have to run on the fly, because it coming so fast.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the grace come in, to give yourself grace, to be like, you know what? Unfortunately, hey, I didn't know, but I know now.
I know now
what I need to do.
And to be very honest, you know, a lot of the vendors that we have don't know. So now we're teaching, like, hey, you know, this is what we believe is required from what we know, the little bit we know, this and this and this, and call here and get this, and this is, you know. So now as we're learning, we're teaching, right? That's our job.
And you're leveling them up too, to be in a place where, okay, if they're not, and for the months that you're not accessing for a place for hosts,
work on,
they can go other places, and they are in compliance to sell somewhere else, and to continue their business until you guys come back again, and they can partner up with you again. So it's just, everybody is a level for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so funny, because we even do that even for all the other vendors, right? Because the tips and tricks that we provide are genuine tips and tricks, right? Best practices that we provide for vendors. So that in a sense, it's leveling up people who have never done pop-ups before, not comfortable with pop-ups. And really, if you've done a pop-up somewhere else, I don't know what you've received, right? And so, and even Adriana was telling me the other day, you know, the questions, sometimes people ask questions like, oh, so where's the parking lot? Do I have to walk and bring all my stuff? And we're like, yeah, you might want to get a wagon. And they're like, and Adriana's like, I think that they don't realize how big we are. Because if you're used to going to a pop-up that's 15, 20, you know, the car's right here, and you park right here, and you walk right here. You know, and then when you get there, and then it's huge, right? Then you're like, oh, it's different, right? So you guys but it'll be fun. I'm so excited.
You guys are different. I'm saying it because, like I said, I have been to a few of the pop-up, and no shade to them. But you guys have a different spirit. You have a different beat. I mean, you. I mean, I saw Adriana check people in like boom, 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 boom. She knew that. And the crazy thing is, she knew their name. She was like, "Oh, you're such and such." Oh, you're such and such. And I was like, dude.
She does better she knows everyone's business name, because she does all the custom flyers. So she puts the flyers together, so she knows, oh, that's Busy Bee, or that's this, right? I know the name of the owner, because that's who I'm talking to. So I know Lisa. So we'll have a meeting, and I'll be, Lisa said that. She's like, who's Lisa? What's the name of her business? Honey, I don't know. Her name is, so I got to go on my phone, and Lisa, it's, you know.
Oh my God.
So it's so funny. Like, we all know different phases. Like Jasmine only knows the kid's name. She don't know mama's name.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so funny. Speaking of kids, let me show you what I got the last time.
What'd you get? Was it from a kid?
Yes. So
Was that the painting?
Yes, and you probably can't see.
Oh, I remember her. She was right by our step. She was right by us.
And I have to do.
So cute.
I have to do. It's probably because of my background.
You need to bring her on.
I have to actually. I've been just so busy. I was supposed to be doing a video. Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's her name.
Yep. Yep. And Alana. Yep. So
let me tell you, Aaliyah is very well spoken.
Honey,
she will tell you.
Them girls are smarter than a whip.
Mm-hmm.
They were as a bug. They were telling me everything. She was telling me how she teaches. Her mom was like, she teaches art to the kids. They do a sip and paint. You know, well, not really sip, you know,
right, but
kids and stuff like that. And then Alana was like, I do dad jokes on Instagram. I follow them on Instagram. It's just it's the funniest thing.
I'm telling you, we have who knew?
Yes.
Who would know?
I told them, and I promised them, and I promise you I have not forgot. I have to do a video. I just been super busy.
They're sweet.
And just give them a shout out.
I love the kid vendors.
It was so, and they were the coolest one. And then I told her I had a podcast, and I told her the name of my podcast was the Dump Ground. She was like, "You get the juice, don't you?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
She was the cutest girl. She was I don't want to use the word aggressive because aggressive sounds negative, but not in a negative sense. She was aggressive. She was talking to people coming up. Hey, come over here. Take a look.
How do you think I got over there? But
I need you to come over here. Just come over here.
She was so excited, and I was like, and for one thing for sure, kids. We learned so much from kids.
We do.
It was just so cool how she talked. She got me, girl. I got two.
We have kid vendors sometimes that are a little bit more versed on their business than some adult vendors, right? The passion that children have sometimes supersedes all the passion that we have because we're as business owners, we get wrapped up in the mundane, everyday stuff. The kids don't get wrapped up in that. They're loving doing that. And then when it's time to sell and show, they're so excited and they're overjoyed. So so we learn from them. We learn from them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my goal is definitely by the end of this month to reach out to them. To tag them in a video, say, hey girl, I'm supposed to put it in my office because the picture says sweeter than cotton candy. And I told her I was going to tell her that I'm sweeter than cotton candy. She cracked up laughing like, oh my
God. So cute. That is so cute. So we have our kids section. One of our sponsors now this month is Macaroni Kid Lawrenceville.
Oh, nice.
And she is a doll. She reached out to me. And so she's sponsoring us. Macaroni Kid, if you don't know it is a family-friendly digital platform. They have all information on what the family can do all around Gwinnett County, Lawrenceville. I mean, it reaches 10, 20,000 families. I mean, she couldn't be a better sponsor. Like she is the person that if you need to know anything about Gwinnett County and you have a family, go to Macaroni Kid Lawrenceville because it is all laid out for you. All laid out. I wish I would have known about it when I first moved here because there were things that you want to do, with your family and stuff. You just go in there and it gives you some good guidance. So that's really neat. So she sponsored our event, and then through there we've picked up some new kid vendors. So that's really amazing. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna definitely try my best to get to see you guys again. Yes,
you'll be there. You don't want to miss us.
I know I can't.
You don't want to miss
the last one. I think I had to go out of town. I was like, Adriana, why did you go?
Yeah, you don't want to miss us. You're gonna pick up something that you're gonna love.
Absolutely, and I'll be sponsoring another. I'll be shouting.
And let me tell you, and you create relationships easy. You don't meet a stranger, and I think that's my overall joy. Right, my overall joy is creating relationships.
Absolutely.
I enjoy building relationships. I enjoy talking to the business owners. I mean, I give stuff away for free. You know, I don't know what to do here and there, and we just chat. We just tell you, because you know we want everybody to win. So those relationships, and as we were talking earlier, there's nothing like bonding with somebody inside of a work relationship, outside of a work relationship, and you're both on the same mindset and mind track, right? Business, we're professional. We operate with integrity. We are strong-willed, and you know, so those kinds of relationships, whether business or personal, are just so important. And you know, gone are the days when you just have the girlfriend that does nothing and just goes and has a picnic sandwich with you. No, let's do something that's going to build us and build us both together, both professionally and personally. So those are the things that I really love, and the takeaway piece from the age-old events.
And the good thing that is, when I first met you and Adriana, like I said, you guys have such a sweet spirit, y'all walk in integrity. Yes, you guys are amazing people.
We are.
And you don't mind helping, and you don't mind pouring into people, and you're not stingy. You know,
right. We just, you know, we lay it all out. Whatever we know, you know,
you givers.
We share. We do. We really share as best we can, as much we can. Because Adriana, when she was a vendor, she was a top-notch vendor, right? So she shares it from the perspective of a vendor. I share it from the perspective of, hey, this is what you need to do to build your business, right? She can tell you what to do the day of because she's a winner at it.
She is.
I can tell you what to do before you get there, after you get there, marketing, how you touch, what it should look like, things like that. And so as a team, right, you're going to get a lot more than just a $65 space.
Absolutely.
So we're still the best and the cheapest in town.
And you're still the best. Just, you're not cheap. You just, we're
affordable.
Absolutely. And you make sure that people are taken care of, and you understand because you've been there.
Right.
So you know what it takes to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that I have to take all your money for you to help yourself to win.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
So tell everybody.
And it's funny because I just pulled up the other day. There was a large pop-up happening. I don't even remember where. And I just like to go in there and just do my research to see where we're at in the market. And it was a paparazzi vendor cost more. And then a food vendor was way more than us. And I was just like, and then even I shared it with Adriana, and she even sent it back to me. She goes, so yeah, we're really on the low end here, and I said, yeah, and that's where we are. But I just wanted her to see too, you know, what other people are charging. And it's like, okay, all right.
I went to the City Punts market, and they had one. I can imagine how much it was cost to be a vendor there. I'm going to Google it and see. It was about 2 weeks ago. I want to see how much it costs.
Well, you know, the Rick Ross one was like $3,000. If you want to be on Rick Ross's grass, when he had it last month, 2 months ago, it was steep. No, serious. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it was 3,000 for a few of the people that went that told me about it. But I mean, if it was 15, we've had vendors pay $1,500 for like a wedding bridal. I mean, there are pop-ups that are expensive, and only 3 people walk by. So there's a lot. Well, and that's not our goal. Our goal is not to break your bank building our pockets. Our goal is for you to just get in, get a space, market yourself, have your customers come through, have them come and touch and smell and try on and look at it and meet you and love your product, and sell as much as you can and get bounce backs and sell them again when they get home, right? Absolutely. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. So tell everybody again when the pop-up shop's going to be.
It's going to be August 19th from 10 to 4 at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds in Lawrenceville off of Sugarloaf. So it will be from 10 to 4. So we're looking at, it should be about 150 vendors, give or take. We're going to have food. We'll have bounce houses free for kids. We're gonna have kid vendors, gaming. There's gonna be a lot of unique stuff. I don't want to give it all away, but you got to come through. We got a couple of unique trucks coming through, and just something for everybody. There's something for the kids. There's something for the adults. It'll be really fun. August 19th, and then the next one will be in October. A tentative date.
Awesome sauce. Well,
Fairgrounds.
Jewel, you are my sunshine. You
I love
my
you.
sunshine, my only sunshine. I'm so again.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so happy again for your success.
Oh,
I'm so grateful that I can walk beside you guys on your journey.
Oh, thank you.
See your elevation, because I know God do it for you. He can do it for the rest of us, and it's just amazing. Amazing.
We just have to be faithful to Him.
Yes, you guys have been faithful with a few, and I can see the elevation of the most. So it's all exciting to see and amazing to walk beside. And I wish you nothing. I'm with all my heart and mind. So, because my nephew, so this is the little juice. My nephew is working on trying to get a food truck right now.
Okay, yeah.
And the name of his business is Cane Chicken and Waffles, and he does.
I love it.
Sells all types of waffles.
I love it.
He does the chicken tenders and all these fun, fancy stuff. Okay. So that's our goal.
That'd be great.
Yes. So
that's really good.
I cannot wait to get him plugged in.
I know he got to be front row.
So you guys, I know you guys don't take care of my baby.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I thank you, and I really appreciate you, and even your success. I remember. I'm just gonna share this real quick. I remember when you were a sack of nerves. Like, I'm going live. I gotta go live. I'm a little tongue-tied. I'm a little tongue-twisted, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this YouTube thing, and I'm gonna do it. And me and Adriana were like, "Girl, that's like super easy. Just do it. Look at you now. You trying to get everybody else to relax. So we're just gonna talk like girlfriends. Just relax. We'll be fine." So you've grown.
You
don't understand. And I appreciate you taking us all along on your journey. So we love your growth.
Listen, it was hard. It was truly hard.
It was
in front of this camera.
I know.
And address. I was comfortable on my radio show. You guys know that,
right?
When we first met, we were on
my it was radio.
And you can see me.
Nope. You were good.
I was the happiest camper on the scene. Okay, it's that God that we serve who always be like, that is not what I said.
That's not what I said.
And you need to just stop taking what you want.
Right.
That is what I said to create something what I didn't say. You know what I'm saying? Just be obedient. So it just took some time to really fall in love with me, fall in love with myself, right?
See?
And be comfortable and
it's so you. It is so you. It is so you.
It is
you to the point that you don't even have. I mean, you were so comfortable just talking on the radio. I don't even think you had anything written down or nothing. And you're doing the same thing now. It's a genuine conversation.
I had the script memorized, girl. That is so sad.
You're silly. No, I just remember you were like, oh,
I'm behind the
scenes. I gotta do it. And look at the great success you are.
Man, it's just God's grace, man. It's just amazing that, like I said, He used a simple something like me, a rich undone, like to help somebody. My goal is to our goal is to touch 1 million lives. If we could touch 1 million lives, just make them great and just.
Well, in order to touch 1 million lives, you're gonna have to go more than Tuesday. You might need to do Tuesday, Thursday. Just once in a week, and I'm gonna need you to do a little more.
You're pressing. But see, that's why we're doing other stuff outside of
that's
this.
Right.
Yeah.
And we touch and we reach. We reach the masses and we touch everybody. Yeah. Well, so good things to come too. So once we're in our down season after October, we have some other things. So like I said, Adriana may be doing the virtual pop-ups. We may have some women conferences. I am trying to get a group of Gwinnett women in business together. So Yeah, so stay tuned. So there's going to be some conferences, some coaching, developing, leading, inspiring, motivating, all those things to come for everybody. So
I
want background.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. Sign me up. I know you're going to be the first one in there.
Tell me where I need to sign up at. So we can, iron sharpens iron. We can make each other better. So
we learn together, we grow together, we win together. Amen. All right. I hope to see you on the 19th.
Yes.
Thank you at the Gwinnett Fairgrounds.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jules.
Thank you, babe.
Amazing. I can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night. Bye, everybody.